Hello, everyone. Hi, how you doing? Hello, everyone. I'm Sheldon Barlett Rumor, and this is it. Welcome back to This Is It TV. It has been quite a week. Hello, everyone. Good to see you. It has been quite a week. We have had a couple of things to do, haven't we, Jaquan? We've had a couple of things to do. Like I mentioned to you before, my daughter graduated from 8th grade. My goodness, graduated from 8th grade this week. So we were gone on Tuesday, and then we had corporate meetings on Wednesday, and today is Thursday. So when I say corporate meetings, I want to reintroduce ourselves so you have a better understanding as to our madness and who we are. Again, my name is Sheldon Barlett Rumor. I am the executive producer and host and CEO of This Is It Network. Good morning, everyone. We are a digital streaming platform that is now available on iOS and Android. You can find us on your smart TVs at Apple TV and Roku and Amazon and Fire TV. You can catch us on all of those spaces. And my goal for all of you and for all of us is to elevate the voices of remarkable women, to connect all of you out there to female founders, to executives and experts who are doing amazing things to make your lives a lot better. And so why I'm looking around as if I'm giving a keynote speech is because I'm on a number of different devices in order to broadcast live on all of our platforms. So you folks are catching me on TikTok, you folks are catching me on YouTube and LinkedIn and Facebook, and over here, we are catching me on Instagram. So it is this kind of, I'm on fire as well. There's a lot of lights. There's a lot of things going on. This is our new studio. We are so grateful to be broadcasting from Blackwood, New Jersey, thanks to our friends at Innovative Catering Concepts. We are at the Forum Event Center, again, in Blackwood, New Jersey. That's Camden County, Gloucester Township, Southern New Jersey, East Coast of the United States. And we are having a blast getting to know all of you. And so please let me know in the comments below if you're popping in, where are you popping in from? If you are coming in from Texas, folks are still up and about and running around. In Australia, we have some folks over the pond as it getting into that. I think it's the late afternoon, evening in the UK. Let me know where you're coming in from. We have content contributors from all over the globe, and we're looking for more. We are looking for remarkable people who want to tell remarkable stories and share what they've got going on with our This Is It Network community. So provided that we are available, that we have no conflicts, that we have no events going on, we will be here Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. Eastern until 11 a.m. Eastern. So that's our hope. Our hope is to be able to provide you with a new morning show, again, from 9 a.m. Eastern. Good morning, Donna. From 9 a.m. Eastern to 11 o'clock Eastern. So that's our hope, Monday through Friday. We will be adding guests to what it is that we've got going on. We want for you to come down and join me here at the Forum Event Center in Blackwood, New Jersey, thanks to our friends at Innovative Catering Concepts. We will be sharing amazing and remarkable people. We do not want you to miss out on the remarkable people in which we are going to be sharing with all of you. So thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you are interested in learning a lot more about This Is It Network, the programs in which we have available and the content in which we're going to be sharing in the future, don't forget to download us. Don't forget to download us on your iOS and your Android. Just look for This Is It Network. You can also find us on Apple TV, Roku, Fire TV, and Amazon on your smart TV. So let me give you a little run of shows. So This Is It Network is a global digital streaming platform. It's very similar to Netflix. But if Netflix and Masterclass, if any of you are familiar with the Masterclass platform, the one that has celebrities and well-known individuals teaching you just about everything, if Netflix and Masterclass had a female daughter, that's what This Is It Network would be. We are that combination of education and entertainment. We give you an opportunity to learn and laugh at the same time. So in addition to the shows in which I produce and host, we will have 26 new shows on our platform, 26 new shows that will be launching within the upcoming months. And so in addition to that 26, we're looking for hosts like you. So if you have ever dreamt of being the next Oprah Winfrey, or if you have a story to tell or expertise to share, and you would like to get in touch with us to learn more about This Is It Network, please do so. Hello, Natalie. Good to see you. Again, Donna, good to see you. Hello, how are you? How's everybody doing? We want to make sure that you guys are coming in as often as possible. We are going to be here as often as we possibly can, and we want to make sure that you know what we've got cooking. So in addition to all of our digital platforms and everything that we've got going on here, we equally host a lot of live events. So our next big live event is our women's conference that will be held on September 19th. That will be here at the studio at the Forum Event Center in Blackwood, New Jersey. We'd love for you to join us. If you have any questions about more information about This Is It Network, link can be found in bio, link can be found in post, and you can follow, fan, and like us everywhere you find at This Is It TV. So please let us know where you're coming in from. I'm in the UK. Absolutely. Please. There is no geographic limitations, Natalie, to what we've got going on. We have content contributors from the UK. We have content contributors from Scotland specific, from England specific. We also have content contributors from Nigeria and Toronto, in addition to Boston and Seattle and Phoenix and Portland and Cleveland. So we have content contributors from all over the place. So send me a DM, check out what we've got going on. We are looking for experts throughout the globe to be able to elevate the voices of remarkable women. And let me be really, really clear why that's important. The majority of people who know what they're talking about are too busy working to be TikToking. Not to say that those that are TikToking don't know what they're doing, but I am on a treasure hunt. I'm on a treasure hunt to find individuals who are in the lab, find individuals who are dedicated to their craft, but don't necessarily have a voice on these platforms. What I'm finding is there is a large amount of people who have dedicated their lives to platforms, but there's a large amount of people who have expertise in so many different areas that have not found their voice in the digital space. We want to find those people. So even if it's not you, are there people that are within your world and space that you know of? I have an auntie, I have a cousin, I have a friend, my husband, my wife, my partner has a story to tell, would be amazing as a host if they just had an opportunity. And that's what we want to be able to provide. Not everyone, right, has been found as of yet. The majority of people that we think are overnight successes have been working for a very long time to hone their voice, to hone their craft, and they just need an opportunity. So my request to all of you, do you know anyone out there who needs to share their voice? Do you know anyone out there that has a story to tell or would be the next great host, the ability to encourage and motivate? That's what we're looking for here at This Is It Network. We believe that there is not an abundant amount of individuals who want to share joy, who want to be useful, who want to be able to challenge us to think critically. There is, let's just say, a slight attack on what's going on as it relates to educated thinking, critical thinking. And so what we want to do is we want to be able to encourage people to think critically. We want people to be curious. We want people to learn and laugh at the same time. And so we need to be able to hear from you. We need to be able to hear from you as to what it is that you're learning and laughing about. What are you looking to hear? What are the types of things that you're looking to dive into? We have individuals that are going to be teaching people how to speak other languages, teaching people how to cook, how to stretch, how to be able to network, and how to be able to build community. All of that. Hello, Jess. How are you? All of that is the things in which we are looking to do. We're looking to be able to figure it out. And we want to hear from you as well. Not too long ago, we were able to attend and participate within an event with LinkedIn. And our friends at LinkedIn and the few people that were part of this event, it was Women in Tech. It was absolutely wonderful. It was a great opportunity for us to ask questions, for us to be curious about, what people were watching, what people were thinking. And oftentimes, a lot of us, we just want to binge, yeah? We just want to binge some scenarios. We want to just hop on and be able to check out a bunch of different content and kind of zone out. So that's what a lot of people were saying. What other people were saying is that they want to be able to learn something else. They want to be able to think about various ways to be able to connect with community or to connect with other people. They also, in that spirit of connection, they want to be able to meet people, right? Wouldn't it be amazing for us to be able to connect with the people that love Bridgerton, or connect with the people who also connect and follow and watch Hamilton, right? And what we're looking to do within this opportunity is to be able to create community around content, right? What can we do if like-minded people come together? What can we do if we meet not only online, but offline? What can we do if we tap into each other's resources? What can we do if we create our own ecosystem within this larger ecosystem? What can we do if we work together? And that's really what we're really working towards, is how do we determine the best way to move forward? How do we determine the best way to have these conversations? I grew up on traditional talk shows. For those of you that grew up loving Donahue, I know I'm aging myself, Donahue and Sally Jesse Raphael and Oprah Winfrey, those traditional talk shows that came on Monday through Friday, Ricky Lake, who I know is on TikTok, growing up on those particular shows. And when you grew up on those shows, it was this regiment. You used to tune in at whatever designated time, and you came in curious. You didn't come in to totally zone out, but you came in to be like, oh, what are we learning today? What they got on? And on any given day, it was Tom Cruise jumping on a couch, or they were teaching you about human trafficking and foster care, things that you would never have to think about, ever, if you didn't experience it directly. But when you left that 28-minute show, that half-hour show, that hour show, you knew better. You knew more. You were able to have conversations at your dinner table, at work, at the water cooler, and you were able to bring some insight into a space you were not necessarily familiar with. And so what we want to do is create that curiosity. We want us to be challenged in the way in which we think. We are better when we know more. And I believe that truly. And this idea that we need to know less, or we all need to be the same, we have the stamina to challenge ourselves to learn a little bit more about someone else. And if anything, I'm nosy. I want to learn about you. I want to taste your food and drink your drinks and dance to your music and be part of your community. I want you to invite me to the Seven Fishes. I want you to invite me to the quinceañera. I want you to invite me to the bar and bat mitzvah. I want to be involved and be a citizen of the world. And if we are able to create this content, and we do it in a regimented way, we do it on a rhythmic way, then we can be able to connect women across the globe and individuals and people who support growth, inclusion, and education. And I'm not embarrassed to say it. I'm going to double down on it, because that is a rich life for me. I don't want less. I want more. I don't want to know less people. I don't want to know less things. I don't want to experience less. I want to experience more. And the majority of people who want to experience less are doing so out of fear, and I am not scared. If anything, I get lit up when I get to meet new people. Hello, everyone. How are you? I get lit up. I am just, again, genuinely curious, definitely nosy. And when I want to be able to make sure I feel better is when I know more. And when you know more, you do more. When you do more, you often do better. And how can we get this world to be a better place if we aren't participating in it? How can we rule a world in which we are not aware of, right? In which we are not willing to experience? And we can't do that. And so as our leaders want to oftentimes shrink what we know and shrink who we are, I am expanding what we know and who we are. And I'm asking you to do the same. So please, as you are tuning in, let me know where you are tuning in from. Please let me know where we can find you. We'd love to be able to continue this conversation with as many of you as possible as we celebrate here in the U.S. Juneteenth. I didn't know if any of you were familiar, but today is Juneteenth. June 19th in 1865, Texas enslaved people were notified that they were free today. And so I want us to be emboldened in that way as we celebrate this holiday. And I think that it's a really interesting thing because, you know, there are a number of different folks that were talking about decreasing the amount of celebrations, taking Juneteenth off the calendar. I am not from a place or a time where I want to decrease the amount of celebrations. There is never going to be a time that I want less holidays, less things to celebrate, less people to focus on, less things to be able to rejoice about. Like, the tone of that alone seems, what my mom would say, crazy. It seems crazy. Let's take away the holidays. Let's take away the reason and why we celebrate. Let's decrease the amount of celebrations and who we celebrate. Absolutely not. I need any excuse for a balloon arch. I need any excuse for a buffet. I need any excuse for a barbecue. Let me know. I don't want to celebrate less. I want to celebrate more. And so we are celebrating Juneteenth today. I know some people are like, girl, why aren't you off? Because I am free to work. I am free to work. I am free to run my space. This is a self-made scenario. And on Juneteenth, I'm celebrating what I have created. And that's what is beautiful about who it is that we are. I can't say next year I won't be off, let's be honest. But ultimately, for today, I celebrate. I celebrate the freedom of those who are in our community. I celebrate all of us who have the ability to speak freely and the ability to celebrate each other. So I hope you celebrate with me today. I hope that we have the opportunity to feel comfortable in doing so. And I think that also in combating that, right? People are like, I don't want to celebrate that. I live in the United States. And so I can tell you from the time that I went to school, I've been celebrating St. Patty's Day. Put a shamrock on my cheek, let me drink the green beer, let me jig on the bar. And I had never questioned it because it was a celebration of a certain type of people. I wasn't part of that community, but I didn't stop celebrating. If anything, I was in line at the bar, making sure that I was celebrating with my Irish brothers and sisters. And so I encourage all of you to celebrate Juneteenth. I encourage all of you to be part of it, because there are colleagues and things within the African American culture in which you enjoy. And because of that, that is reason to celebrate. And it's fun. Who's celebrating less? I'm not talking about that. We're not celebrating less. That's just stupid. It just sounds silly, right? No more holidays. That's crazy. I'm here for you in this message. Yes. You know what I mean? Like, and if somebody, and I want us to be cautious of that, right? Because I know we're tired. And a lot of this is coming from fatigue. Right? You're so tired. You're sick and tired of being sick and tired. So somebody's giving you one more thing and you're like, I don't got it in me. But the things that you decrease can't be the celebrations. You can't take the celebrations away. You can't take that away. And when people are encouraging you to take away your joy, that's when I want you to question their intention. Right? When people are trying to have you take away joy from other people, I need you to question their intention. When people are trying to get you to be mad at strangers, I want you to question their intention. There's always a reason to celebrate. And we're going to do that here at This Is It Network. So thank you so much for joining me. For all of you that are coming on in, all of you that are tuning on in, I know you've got plenty of places to be. You can put me on in the background. I can tell you that you can hear me probably throughout your whole entire house. So adjust your volume and go about your business and do what it is that you need to do, because we're going to be able to provide some inspiration and motivation for you every single day. So at least Monday through Friday, we're providing our morning show, which is Sheldon Live. Next week will be a little bit more organized. We'll be setting up some things in slightly a different way. Every time you tune in, we're going to get better and better and better and better. So thank you so much for your patience as we attempt to make this happen. This is our morning show, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., Monday through Friday. In addition, you can find additional content on our app. So we are available on all platforms. So that's iOS and Android. You can also find us on your smart TVs through Apple TV, through Roku, through Amazon, and through Fire TV. You can find us on all of those platforms. It's been a journey to get us to this point. So please, please, please forgive us. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. As we build and develop, it is a self-funded scenario. I own it 100%. And so for me, it's been really a journey to be able to really focus on what is this going to be. You'll hear me talk to my dear friend and become your dear friend, Taquan Allen, who's our production manager here. Taquan's been with me for 10 years, and we've been developing this and doing this in various forms. When we first started, we were interviewing people in various opportunities in various times. And then it developed from there. And I was interviewing women from all over the world during the pandemic. And then I was touch base and focusing and on the corner of Main and literally in Philadelphia, as well as Broad and Chestnut, thanks to our folks at Viaduct. They were allowed for us to be in their particular space before the pandemic. And women were asking me, hey, what are you doing? Which is often the question. And I would love to be able to do what you do. And that's when we coined the phrase for you to scream your dream. No longer whisper your wishes, but in fact, scream your dream. That is the motto of This Is It Network. Where you see This Is It Network, you'll see Scream Your Dream. Scream Your Dream is our foundation. Scream Your Dream is my curriculum, is the way I teach women to use their voice. It's one thing to know who you are. It's another thing for you to part your lips and say it. It's another thing completely for you to live it as if you deserve it, right? When we talk about Juneteenth, right, to go back to the space as it relates, they were already free and just didn't know it. And so for you, I want you to think about what that means, how empowered you can be in that space, the lesson you can gain from such a hardship to recognize and remember. And so when we build this for you to scream your dream, it's about providing the tools. It's about learning while you laugh. It's about looking and connecting with people. We had our dear friend Natalie, who was on here a little bit earlier, talking about, is this make sense for people from the UK? Could you imagine? Could you imagine you sitting Nebraska, Omaha, wherever it is that you are, and you now have colleagues and friends that you've met online that you can meet offline from across the world? That's the power of what we're building. That's the power of what we have here. That's the ability, what we have the ability to do. And so many people will say, you know, with social media is this and social media is that. All of that could be true, my darling friends. But it's just like a hammer, as they say. A hammer can be used to build something or to tear something down. Just as much bad as comes from these platforms, so much good can come from these connections. It's how you use the tool. And that's all social media is at the end of the day. It's a tool that you use to get closer to what it is that you want. It is not who you are. I'm challenged when people say, oh, so you're a TikToker. Girl, no, I'm not. Mm-hmm. Oh, you're an Instagrammer, or you a YouTuber. And this might be contrary to popular belief, but I don't think that there is such a thing. I don't think that there's such a thing as a TikToker. I don't think that there's such a thing as an Instagram influencer. I don't think that there's such a thing as a YouTuber. I think that these platforms are simply just tools that you use to communicate who you are. You are not the thing. Because at least not yet, Mark, if you're watching, I don't know Mark Zuckerberg. I don't know the meetings that he's having. And tomorrow, all of these platforms could be gone, but I remain. My skill set remains. Who you are in the community that you build on all of these platforms will remain. So if we get caught up in being one of a thing, if we get caught up in just being consumed by, okay, TikTok is my life, or Instagram is my life, or Facebook is my life, or LinkedIn is my life, what if during a meeting in which you are not invited to, they decide that your identity is gone? I can't have it. I will not have it. You are more than these platforms. These are tools that you use. These aren't who you are. So I'm going to utilize these tools to connect with as many of you as I possibly can, and to connect all of you to each other. Because that's what I think should happen. I think that these tools could really be used for good. And we see it. We see it all the time. We see what people are able to do, the way that people are able to launch their businesses, the way that people are able to connect with each other, where we are able to find lost people, the way that we're able to build community, build businesses, connect with each other, find resources. And so what I'm trying to do with This Is It Network is to ensure that the resources that I provide you are accurate, and oftentimes experts, those who really know, those that are in the lab, they have the PhD, they've dedicated their time. They don't often have the platforms that they deserve, right? The accredited people got 3 followers and hanging on for dear life, talking to themselves. Can I find them and can I give them a platform? The contractor, I'm not even talking about just PhDs in traditional education as we call it. I'm talking about the esthetician that actually knows what she's talking about. I'm talking about the contractor who actually builds homes. How do I provide he, she, or they a platform? So let's be honest. Like, if we can include everyone, everyone can tap in. So you can wake up in the morning and be like, what is this woman talking about today? Let me tap in. Let me listen to Sheldon while I'm washing the dishes. Let me listen to Sheldon while I'm taking the kids to the bus stop. Let me listen to Sheldon when I'm playing Candy Crush. Let me listen to Sheldon when I want some positivity in the background. And some of you may not be able to visit with us every day or tune in every day, but we will do our best to be here when you need us. That's the commitment that we're trying to make. And we're not doing it always pretty, and we're not doing it always organized, and it's not always gonna look amazing. And we're maybe not always be even on time. Let's be honest, good old Quan, right? We might not be on time. But my goal is to be and build as much consistency as I possibly can, because I believe that this is worthy of attention. I believe women, selfishly and admittedly, are going to solve the majority, if not all, of these problems. Because we have the temperament, because we are nurturers by nature, because we carry more than our hands can hold. And because we do that, and we do that seamlessly, and we do this unapologetically, because we have no problems taking on more than we need, taking on more for our communities, it oftentimes, right, Unapologetically, we can be able to bear the brunt of a lot of things others people cannot. So what I'm asking us to do is to elevate the voices of the remarkable women within your world. Elevate your own particular voice. Tell me, don't be shy. Don't just watch this and be like, you know what? I'd really love a show on this, and be like, well, I'm going to keep it to myself. That's what this is about. This is about really finding your voice. This is about creating a network for you, by you, with people that you want to talk to, and then really bringing some realness to the space. And what I mean by the realness to the space, I'm going to go back to the shows that I really love, to the Donahues and the Sally Jessy Raphaels and the Oprah Winfreys. Hello, everyone. I want to bring it back to those spaces and remember what those spaces look and feel like, and what happened during those spaces. And I want to be really clear when I talk about media in general, it's not to discredit the current media that's happening. I'm obsessed and equally love a good reality show. Right? Good morning, love. Good morning. I love a good reality show. I love the current talk shows. Give me a Kelly, give me a Drew, give me a Jennifer, give me a Sherry, give me a Tamron. Give me those shows. But oftentimes you have to be a celebrity to be on those shows, right? As much as I love them, as much as I watch them, as much as I watch not only the clips, but I pay attention to what they got going on, you often have to be a celebrity promoting a particular project to be on those shows. That's how that business and that sphere works. What typically happened in the olden days, again, I'm going to age myself, but what typically happened in the traditional talk shows is that they found average people, real people. They did some digging, they found their stories, and then they found experts to be able to help those real people with their real issues. And if you remember the Donahue show, again, aging myself, but Wendy did it as well, and Wendy Williams did it as well. I believe Ricky Lake did it as well. They used to run up and down the stairs, right? They used to run up and down the stairs with the microphone, asking the average questions that would be coming from the average Americans. That was our first comment section. That was the first time we got feedback. We got to be able to ask, and they typically were asking questions of what the average person at home would be thinking. And we were like, ooh, we were part of the conversation. We settled in, we settled down, we figured out what we were going to do. Good morning, Cassandra, how are you? We figured out what we were going to do and how we were going to do it, and we learned more, to the point where people were going to their dinner tables and their family members would be like, girl, you watching too much Oprah, right? When you were too aware, when you were using big words, when you were coming to the table with something outside of your scope of interest. Where did you learn that? Where did you get that? And those who wanted small minds were jealous of the abundance of yours. That's what I'm saying. That's the space that we're about to walk into. We don't want less. We don't want to celebrate less. We don't want to be less. We don't want to be around less people. We don't want that. What we want is an abundant life of joy. I don't want to be spending my whole entire life being mad at people I don't know. That is not a joyous life. What I want is to be curious about people I don't know. What I would love to be is nosy about people I don't know. What I want to be is celebrating with people I don't know. I want to celebrate more. And often we learn within that celebration. Often we find resources and hope, good morning, within that celebration. So if anyone is telling you you need to know less when they know more, anybody with multiple degrees telling you you don't need one, run. Anybody with a job telling you that you need to suffer, run, right? Anytime you're in a space where people who have are telling you you don't deserve, or people have telling you you don't need, is crazy. I need you to question where it's coming from. I think you need everything. And the funny thing about it, because I know that I'm talking to a lot of people who live in abundance. I'm talking to a lot of people who want a lot of things for themselves. And oftentimes we're surrounded by people who are like, girl, put that down. We're like, girl, why don't you sit down? Girl, you're too much. I don't know if any of you have ever had anybody in your world say that, but I believe that a lot of you that are watching right now have people in their world that say that. And This Is It Network is not here to tell you to put anything down. This Is It Network is only here to help you carry it. That's why we're here. We are not here to tell you too much, because I'm just a lot. I'm extra, unapologetically. Because if I'm too much, go find less. Go find less. What am I going to do? I'm going to dull my shine because my ambition makes you uncomfortable? What are we doing? Because there's a lot of ambitious people and we're trying to be in those rooms. We're trying to have those conversations. And what happens is that we get convinced by people who want less for themselves that we want less for ourselves. And that's not fair. And that's cheating yourself in this particular space. So I want you to question, right, where it's coming from and what the intention is. And what we like to do here at This Is It Network is to ensure that we are being useful. Is the content that I'm sharing in this moment, is the energy that I'm coming across all of these different platforms, is it useful? And that is a benchmark for us to be able to determine what kind of things that we're looking to talk about. So for those of you that are new, please say hello within the comments below. Please introduce yourself and tell me where you're coming or calling in from. I'm saying calling in from to prove that I am 47 years old, because that's like a radio thing, right, Taquan? Where are you calling in from? This ain't radio. Like, I don't know what my grandma self is thinking. I'm not a grandma, not yet. But either way, right? So I want to introduce myself for all of you that are new. I'm Sheldon Bartlett Rumer. I'm the CEO and executive producer of This Is It Network. We are a global digital streaming platform that connects remarkable women to inspiring stories. We do that each and every day through our growing community, our engaging content, and the real connections in which we provide. We are broadcasting live from Blackwood, New Jersey. That's in southern New Jersey, in the state of New Jersey, on the East Coast of the United States of America. And we would love to connect with all of you. We are available as a digital platform. All of our previous content can be found on your iOS or Android device. You can download us today. I hope that you do. You could also make sure you're watching us on your smart TVs. You can find us through Apple TV, Roku, Amazon, as well as Fire TV. So everywhere you can find digital content, we exist. We will be coming to you live Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. for what is Sheldon Live. That's what you are participating in right now. It's our new morning show. In addition to my interview program, which is This Is It with Sheldon, that I will be traveling around the country, hopefully to a market near you, interviewing remarkable people. So my goal is to be able to connect with as many people as possible. This network not only hosts the 2 shows in which I host, but also 26 new shows will be on the platform between now and the end of the year. We are looking for new programs to join the end of the year lineup, as well as new programs for 2026. So we're always looking for additional hosts, always looking for people to be able to dial in and join us. If you've ever wanted your own talk show, or if your cousin or your best friend or your, nephew or your niece is the funniest thing in the world, or has an expertise that is so niche that it needs its own show, I want you to get in touch with me, because we have the ability to create our own network now. We have the ability to tell our own stories. We have the ability to be useful, accessible, diverse, and inclusive in a term that we want, in an ecosystem that we control. We don't have to wait for permission. That's an interesting thing, because a lot of people will ask me now, especially because I've been doing this for a while. So what is the end game? Are you going to sell to Netflix? What is the end game? Let me be really quite honest with you. Reese Witherspoon, if you want to call me and chat. Oprah, if you want to get in touch. Tyler Perry, look me up, right? Issa, how you doing? Quinta, how you been? All of these people can get in touch with me. Would love to collaborate. But in the meantime, it's the same energy. It's the same energy that you use to plead to be in rooms. It's the same energy you can use to build your own room. I can spend my whole life creating PowerPoints and changing fonts and begging people and changing projections that are in fact fiction or estimates. So people can encourage me to sell this to someone else and encourage me to be someone else. I can spend all of my days trying to convince someone that I am worthy, or I can create a room for worthy people. That is what I am doing. Because you will waste your whole life auditioning for people who do not want you, auditioning for people who will tell me that I am too late in this game, or I did not do it enough, or it is not perfect, or no one has a market, or they need a proof of concept, or whatever they want to be able to say in whatever rejection Dear John letter that they want to send me. Or I can spend the same amount of energy to provide you with a quality product, to do my best to show up for you every single day, to celebrate who it is that I already know. And I think that that's an interesting thing too, because we spend so much time in so many ways trying to build so much more. And don't get me wrong, I'm here to build more, to have more of you be part of our community, to have more of you know more about This Is It Network. But oftentimes, the majority of us have enough contacts in our phone to change our lives. If the people that we knew just knew what we were doing, if the people that follow, fanned, and liked us knew that we needed help, right? So many of you have brands that are so good, people don't think you need a damn thing. So many of you are doing the work with a smile that they don't even know you need to rest, right? And so what I'm doing on these platforms moving forward is being honest about how we're going to grow the platform, what we need as far as hosts and resources and brands and partners and fun things to be able to work on and events to attend and people and hosts to be able to join us. We're going to be really honest about the things in which we need because we want to build a community that can serve those people. We want to make sure that you have access and resources. And even if we don't have all the answers, let's go find the experts that have the answers. Let's go connect with people who want to connect with you. Because there are more of us than there isn't. There are more of us than there isn't. And so for us in this moment, in this time, what I'm asking of you is to look at this platform as your platform. Look at this platform as a way for you to be able to connect with other people. We have a really interesting opportunity in this moment. We have a really interesting opportunity to be able to connect with people. Forgive me, I'm going to replug this in. So, Quan, can you help me? Let me see if we can do this. I need to, let's see, maybe if we can unplug her and plug her into that because she's about to die. Let's see, can we do that? Can we do that? She's very sensitive, this iPad right here. She's hanging on, but she's staying nice and organized, nice and organized. We got her. Boop. Ah, we're good. We're back. We're back. All right, everyone. For those of you, we were just dealing with some technical stuff. For those of you that don't know, I'm Sheldon Barlett-Rumer. I'm the CEO and executive producer of This Is It Network. This Is It Network is a global digital TV network connecting remarkable women to inspiring stories. We do so each and every day through our growing community, our engaging content, and the real connections in which we provide. We are blessed to be broadcasting from our new home here at the Forum Event Center in Blackwood, New Jersey. If any of you are in Southern New Jersey or in New Jersey or on the East Coast, you got to come by and see us. Don't worry if you're not, because we will be doing some traveling. The beginning of the year is going to be absolutely wonderful. We'll be heading out to Sundance Film Festival in Denver, Colorado to do a Women in Film panel. We always go to the Super Bowl in San Francisco in 2026. We'll be doing a Women in Sports panel out there. We'll be definitely at South by Southwest doing a Women in Leadership panel. I love a plane, a train, and an automobile. And I dragged Taquan and my crew out with me in order to meet remarkable people. So don't worry if you can't get to Southern New Jersey, because most likely we'll be coming in your direction. I wanted to hear from all of you. Let me know where you're coming in from. Let me know where we can find you. Let me know what you are up to. I'm always, again, a little nosy about what's going on. Good morning, Beth. How you doing, girl? Good to see you. We are super excited to be chatting with all of you. We're super excited to see all of you on our new morning show. So this is going to be Sheldon Live. Starting next week, we're going to be cleaning some stuff up, moving some things around, doing what we need to do to provide you with quality content. We, again, are broadcasting live from the Forum Event Center in Blackwood, New Jersey, thanks to our friends at the Innovative Catering Concepts. Them and Philly Eats are a premier food, entertainment, catering, facility, and operation that gives you everything that you need in order to celebrate whatever it is you're celebrating, whenever and wherever you're celebrating it. So we're excited to be partnering with them. There's tons of opportunity for you to partner with This Is It Network, whether you're a founder, you have a product or service that you wanted for us to share through our morning show, or if you want for us to share it on our independent blog. You can head over to thisisittv.com/our blog. For our traditional blogs and written editorial, we have a lot of stories that are coming out about just about everything. This Is It Network celebrates lifestyle, communications, and content. We bridge the gap through educational entertainment. So if you are looking for inspiration and motivation, if you are looking to learn and laugh at the same time, you have come to the right place. We really modeled this network around traditional talk shows such as Donahue and Sally and Oprah and all of the amazing hosts from all over the globe that are going to be contributing to our content. So we're super excited about the lineup of shows that we have to introduce to all of you, as well as the guest opportunities we have for all of you as well. So if there are content creators that you think we should know, if there are experts that you think we should be familiar with, potential hosts for upcoming series or shows or topics that you want for us to cover, please let us know in the comments below or get in touch with me and by going to the link in the bio or the links within the post in order to learn more. I'm available always and forever. In addition to what it is that I do here, I mean, there's a lot, right? So in addition to what it is that I do here, we understand and recognize that the majority of the people that are paying attention to us, the remarkable women that are out here within our community, none of us are linear, meaning none of us are just our job. We typically cater to what we call the sandwich generation. And sandwich generation, I am blessed to have two 80-year-old parents. Two 80-year-old parents. And my mother, God bless her, texts me every single morning. And we'll talk more about those quotes in which she sends me every single day. But I also have two children. My daughter, who's 14, that just graduated from 8th grade. She's going to high school. I can't even believe it. Taquan, you met her when she was 3. Now she's 14 years old and she's going to high school. And my son is turning 8 in July. Right? So we are in a particular situation when we're really catering to this woman that handles all of the things. She's making sure that the pet has food. She's making sure that the plants are watered. She's making sure that there's daycare and summer camp for her kids, and her mother, her own grown mother that she still calls mommy, is going to her doctor's appointment. That's the remarkable woman that we cater to. And this woman does it seamlessly from her handheld phone. She does it when she's walking and talking. She makes the appointments in the morning, she takes them in the afternoon, she drops them off, she picks them up, she makes sure that everything gets planned, and she doesn't even expect a thank you and is shocked when she receives one. That's the woman that we are catering to. She has a 9-to-5 job, but for whatever reason decided to have a side hustle. She's selling on TikTok Shop, but she's an IT professional during the day. That's what I'm saying. Where is that ambition celebrated? Where is that person not called crazy, but said, oh my God, tell me more, girl. Send me a link, right? That's what we're talking about, because this is a new age of remarkable women. We are doing more before noon than the average person does in 7 days. And I don't say that for accolades. I say that just to recognize, and for those that are watching, for me to know that I see you. For me to know that I see what your contributions are. I see what you are doing. It is, one, not in vain, because if you were out of the picture, nobody would be in the picture. Let's be real honest. But it's also just to have a soft place to land. Another thing about this particular woman is that she doesn't do very well asking for help. I know, I see you. I see you, all of you. You don't do well asking for help. You'd rather drown alone than to ask for a life preserver. You would rather literally be panting than to ask for help. And there's a sense of torture in the fact that people don't notice that you need help. But let me be really honest, my fellow strong friends. Very seldom do people check on us, right? Very seldom do people check on our strong friends. We are too busy giving to other people, and oftentimes that has a lot to do with the fact that when they ask us how we do, we lie. When they ask us how we are doing, we lie. When somebody comes up to you and says, hey, how are you? The first thing you say is, I'm fine. My friends know if I say that I'm fine 3 times in a row, I am not fine. I need you to call her for help because I am not fine. But we often say we're fine. How you doing? I'm fine. How's everything? Good. Liar, right? You're a liar, right? And we pride ourselves on not burdening anyone else because God forbid we participate in what we call the trauma Olympics. God forbid I tell you that my father is sick because your father is already sick. God forbid I tell you that I'm having a hard time at work because you just lost your job. God forbid I say, oh my God, I'm not feeling well because your kids are sick. We hold it in ourselves and protect ourselves in order to protect other people. And in turn, we're suffering. In turn, we're alone. And this loneliness still comes from people who already are surrounded by people. How many of you have ever been lonely but have a lot of people around? That's a real thing. You are lonely, but you have a ton of people around you. You are surrounded by so many people, but you are in fact alone. That's real. And where does that go? Who can I talk to about that? People at This Is It Network. Who can I lean into for advice? People at This Is It Network. Who can I watch in the middle of the night when I'm trying to find some answers from a trusted source? This Is It Network. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Beth, I see you. I get it, right? And I want that to be the case. I want you to begin to feel as if you have a soft place to land, because so often we feel crazy, don't we? We feel nuts. I feel crazy. No one understands me. Nobody gets me. And the people who understand me and get me, I don't want to burden them. They seem so busy. But let me be really honest with you. Nothing feels better than to sit with somebody who's like-minded. Nothing feels better than to be seen and heard by somebody who sees and hears me. And that's all I'm looking for. And that's all we need. How many of you have had one great conversation that changes your whole week? You're like, I needed that. How many of you haven't laughed in so long that your face cracks when somebody makes a joke for the first time, that you actually laughed in 2 weeks? You're like, ooh, that hurt. Ooh, my stomach hurts. That's the kind of space that we want to be able to create. Not because there are not other spaces, because there's other spaces, there's other platforms. This is not to degrade or dismay any other platforms that are out there. This is to say that we deserve more. There needs to be more than one option. I was talking to somebody, we throw this women's in sports event at the Super Bowl, and I was talking to somebody, and somebody had said, this was a couple years ago when we first started the event, and somebody was like, there's already a women in sports event. I go, okay. So we're done. We only get one. Are you out of your minds? There needs to be 17 This Is It networks. There needs to be other options. What we do is we do that. We're like, okay, somebody already makes chocolate chip cookies, so I can't make chocolate chip cookies. Are you insane? And like, let me tell you that this is primarily a female thing. And that's not for me to generalize, but oftentimes it is. Oftentimes it's a female thing. Oh, somebody already does that, so I can't do it. I need you all to walk into, if you've ever felt that way in your life, if you've ever felt like somebody else is already in the space, I don't necessarily think I have room in the space. I don't necessarily think this is going to work for me. I don't necessarily think I can do it. I need you to walk into your grocery store. I need you to walk through the aisles and look at the bottled water. I need you to look at the bottled water aisle. Are you out of here? Everybody's bottling water from the tap, from the spring. It's in a glass bottle. It's in a plastic bottle. It's in a square bottle. You're out there being like, I don't know if anybody needs another chocolate chip cookie. Meanwhile, people that are bold enough are bottling water, calling it a different name, and putting it right on a shelf. How many different types of potato chips are there, my loves, my friends? Your life has your own unique spin. And This Is It Network has its own unique space. This does not mean that you don't watch other things. This does not mean that you don't pay attention to other platforms, or definitely that you don't celebrate other women's groups and organizations. Please join as many as you possibly can. Watch as much as you possibly can, because that's where the shift comes in. We are not the only answer. We are part of the answer. And so that's what I want for us to begin to participate. When we begin to say, well, there's already a fill in the blank, leave it alone. You need to have the boldness of those who bottle water. You need to have the boldness of those who make another potato chip. You need to be able to find your place in this. And we're attempting to find our place in this. In addition to producing digital content, we had an organized women's group. Hello, darling. Good to see you. Our women's group meets every single week. We have another meeting that's going on next Wednesday at 12 p.m. Eastern. It's our Scream Your Dream community meetup. We do it via Zoom. It's an extension of this. You talk directly to me. We hang out. It's all of these amazing, beautiful women of every shape and size and color and ethnicity from all over the world. We get together. There's a membership community. You can go to thisisitTV.com/membership. There's more information on all of not only the platforms, but the links within the comments, etc., for you to find more information about the membership group. I teach personal branding, which is really my heart and soul. And I really encourage women, again, how to use who they are to get what they want. And we talk a lot about that in the group. So you really get weekly assignments, you get to connect with each other. The beautiful thing about the Scream Your Dream community and This Is It Network is that our ladies are working with each other. Got nothing to do with me, right? Got nothing to do with me. Nothing makes me happier than to see another fellow Scream Your Dream member have a podcast and another person that they met within the Zoom meeting are now a guest on their podcast, or they're collaborating on a cookie or a merch deal, or they're inviting each other or keynoting at their events. Like, that's what this is. That's what this is. Because let me be real honest with you, as independent as you are, as entrepreneurial as you are, you can't do any of this by yourself. Believe me, I tried. Let me just be honest. I've tried to do it by myself, and it's hard, and it's always better with other people. But the key is finding the right people, right? The key is finding the right people to be able to work with, the right people to be able to collaborate with, the right people to be able to connect with. And that's often the issue, is that how do we find the right people? And let me be really honest, we may not be the right people for a lot of people. I'm a lot, I'm loud. You might like a whisperer, that's okay, right? I physically can't do it. It's a medical condition. I physically cannot whisper, right? I'm sure there's some kind of medication for it. I just haven't found it yet. I'm just a loud person, right? But for somebody that might be too much, and that's fair. But for people who are looking for that enthusiasm when they are tapped out, for people who are looking for a little bit of energy when they don't have it, I will supply it, right? And so finding people in your space and time, finding people who hear and see you, finding people that will be patient in what you do not know, as long as you're coming to it with an open mind to know more. This Is It Network is for the curious. It's for the individuals that want to know more about people in which they do and who they do not know. People who may have been closed-minded before, but are willing to open their mind now. Because now we need all of us to be able to do it. The heavy lift is real, right? The heavy lift is real. And when we relax, hatred creeps in. And I know that it's a lot. And I know a lot of you feel tired and sick and tired and burdened and exhausted and all of the things, and that is fair. But my stamina is long. And I will take a break when I need it, and I will ask you for help when I need to. But in the meantime, I will be here. I will be here to fill the cups when cups need filling. I will be here to quench your thirst when you are thirsty. There are so many remarkable women across this globe that have so much to offer. They have so much to be able to give and provide, and they have the ability to do so seamlessly in a way that is so useful and productive. And could you imagine if there was a place that you can go to uncover all of those new things? People who are building things, people who are connecting, people who are affording you the ability to be in a different space and do different things. Amazing. And so what I want all of you to do is to begin to think about what you want to see in new platforms, what this platform can provide you, what you would love to see in a platform for remarkable women. I'm not interested in debating fools. I'm really not. I'm not interested in re-educating people on the basics, but I am interested in introducing you to a better way of life. I'm not interested in debating. I'm welcoming conversations. I want us to meet in a common ground so we can help with solutions. There's a lot of people just making statements and getting likes. I want to be able to find solutions. I want to be able to find a solution to these problems. I want to be able to find a solution for how we're going to move on, how we're going to move on together, how we are going to lift each other up, how we're going to ensure that you don't have an excuse to dislike someone you don't even know, how we can celebrate all of the wonderful gifts that this nation provides together, how we're going to do that. Because that's what is needed in this moment. And yes, it is hard. And yes, we are disappointed. And yes, we are frustrated. All the things. But still, what are we going to do? And This Is It Network is the ability to do that. It's a resource for all of you. It's the ability for us to be able to connect. Almost. Us to be able to connect. I think I got it. Let me see. Yay! It's the ability for us to be able to connect with all of you on a regular basis, to show up even when we're tired. We know some amazing content creators on TikTok and on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram that are doing that, that have been showing up, even when it's been difficult, even when it's been hard. And so we just want to be part of that mix and part of that conversation. We want to go where we can meet people who want to do the work, who want to really be able to connect. But I want to hear from you. Where are you all coming in from? Right now, we are broadcasting live, and why it looks like I'm giving a keynote speech and walking on the stage is because I have a number of devices that are up that are focused on different platforms. Here, I'm talking to our folks at TikTok. Hello, everyone. Please let me know in the comments below where you're coming in from. Would love to hear from you. Over here, it is Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. I know a lot. How are you guys? Good to see you. Thank you so much for tuning in on those traditional platforms. And Instagram is hanging out over here on this device. So we've got a lot going on in order to be able to broadcast live. Oh, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Good to see you. Happy Juneteenth to you, my darling. We are celebrating all day long, all day long. For those of you that did not know, today is Juneteenth, June 19th in 1865. Enslaved folks in Texas were told that they were free. And because of that, we celebrate this day, and we celebrate the freedom amongst us all. And I want for us to be able to do that. I want for us to be able to celebrate all of us every single day, especially on our holidays and days of recognition. But I want for us to celebrate our days. There's been some people and some talk about lessening the amount of celebrations, about erasing celebrations from Google calendars, erasing celebrations from national holidays. And I say, no one is going to convince me to celebrate less. As far as I knew, as long as I've been around, I've been celebrating St. Patty's Day. I need the invitation to the quinceañera. Invite me to the bar and bat mitzvah. Make sure that you keep me a seat for me at the Seven Fishes around the holidays. I want to be invited in celebrating all holidays. I want to celebrate all holidays. I want to celebrate all people. I celebrated St. Patty's Day every day, every St. Patty's Day, giving me my green beer, my shamrock on my face. I'm doing jigs on a bar. And I would love for the same people that I celebrate St. Patty's Day to celebrate Juneteenth. Seamlessly, unapologetically, and with joy. Because what's not to celebrate? It's as simple as that for me. It is not complicated. From anybody to want you to celebrate less, I need you to question them. Anybody who wants you to celebrate people less, I need you to be wary. Anybody who wants you to disdain a stranger, I need you to question that. Because what we have is an opportunity to celebrate us all. What we have is an opportunity to fill our calendars and our bellies, right? With the culture of all people. I'm just nosy. And I love to be invited and included. I love to learn about traditions. I'm an immigrant. I was born in Sierra Leone, West Africa. So when you come to an African wedding and you wear your ashobis, your kente cloth, you dance, there is nothing like a celebration in my culture, right? And so the ability to combine cultures and for people to experience this, and the girlfriends that I went to college with are never the same. The best friends growing up will look forward to an African party, look forward to my family from Salone. That's true. Oh my goodness, good to see you, my darling. Please look to see you again. Oh, joining in from Boston. Good to see you. Thank you so much for joining in. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow between 9 and 11 a.m. Tune in when you can, guys. Let us know where you are tuning in from. Thank you so much for your support. We appreciate it. Let us know. Again, we're broadcasting live from TikTok, from Instagram, from YouTube, from LinkedIn, and from Facebook. We're broadcasting live on all of our platforms. This is our This Is It Network Cheldon Live Morning Show. My name is Cheldon Barlett Rumer. I'm the CEO and executive producer of This Is It Network. We are a global digital streaming platform connecting remarkable women to inspiring stories. We are currently available on your iOS and Android. You can download our app as well as check us out on your smart TVs, on Apple TV, Roku, Amazon, as well as Fire TV. We're on everything. So anywhere that you can download content, you can be able to check us out. You can find us in the App Store to be able to do that. We're super excited to be able to be gearing up for our large-scale women's event. We do a large-scale women's conference that is in September 19th. It's just right around the corner, September 19th. It's a full day conference with speakers and workshops, as well as a fun pajama party that ends up in the evening. It's really going to be really super fun. Just an absolute reason to celebrate. We have a strong focus on women's health. So during this fun, relaxed pajama party, we'll be talking about various ways in which women can take care of themselves, both mentally, physically, etc. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good to see you. And so for us, we really want to be able to provide a place where women can learn again and laugh. So that's going to be on September 19th. Information can be found within the links within the post, as well as link in bio. You can head over to thisisittv.com for more information, or follow us, please, on all our social media platforms. You're coming in on one of any of the platforms. We're live now on Instagram, on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn, and then also our friends at TikTok. So we want to make sure that you're connecting with us. We want to make sure that you get us any of the information about who it is you are, what it is that we've got going on, because we want to perfect this. We will be hosting my 2 shows. So I'll be here at Sheldon Live Monday through Friday with my dear friend Taquan Allen, our production manager, who's been taking care of me for the past 10 years, if you can believe it. He's going to make sure everything's plugged in and lit up. We're working on setup. We're working on a number of things. It looks different on every single platform. So forgive us as we tweak everything. But as of next week, we should have some additional things kind of worked out for you. So stay tuned for that as well. You can also, again, go to thisisittv.com to get some more information on the platform. In addition to my 2 digital shows, we'll be launching 26 additional shows on the platform between now and the end of the year. We still are looking for more content providers who are interested in hosting shows, interested in being involved, interested in getting involved in what we've got going on. So if you have a story to tell, or if you always wanted to host your own program, let me know. Send me a DM. Let me know in the comments below as it relates to where you're from. Send me some more information. Follow us on all of our platforms, or email us directly at the contact us link within thisisittv.com. So we have just a ton of stuff going on and so much excitement to be able to share with all of you. Again, we're doing our best to be able to share content with you Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., providing you with a sense of inspiration and motivation, regardless of where you're coming in from. So there's no geographic limitation to the people in which we serve. We have content contributors from Nigeria and Scotland and England and Toronto, as well as Boston and Phoenix and Seattle, and our dear friends here in Southern New Jersey, because we broadcast live from Blackwood, New Jersey. So we are broadcasting live thanks to our friends at Innovative Catering Concepts. We are at the Forum Event Center in Blackwood, New Jersey. That's in Southern New Jersey on the East Coast of the United States of America. And we'd love to be able to have you join us. We're currently looking for guests for not only our morning show, but also the additional shows in which we host. So please let me know in the comments below, or send me a direct message if you'd like to join us. I'm going to say that in a way that, since we're forming a relationship with everybody who's following us in this moment, for everybody who's watching us in all these platforms, when I ask for something, I'm not kidding. It's not one of those situations where it's like, oh my gosh, I'm going to ask and not really want a guest. I'm going to ask and not really want somebody to participate. I want it to be a situation. Oh, thank you so much, Onyx. Thank you. And Chloe, thank you so much for following us. We appreciate it. More to come, more content to come as we build this out. We're very excited about that. Thank you so much. Calling in from Little Rock, Arkansas. Thank you so much for tuning in. Where are you guys coming from? Let us know. Again, see what we can do. See how far we can reach. If we're looking to do good, if we're looking to participate, if we're looking to be participating in those conversations, you'll find a common thread, whether you're calling in from Atlanta or Boston or Arkansas, whether you're coming in from the UK or Sydney, Australia. We see this common thread of ambition, enthusiasm, and motivation. I think that it is really up to us at this particular point to create environments that serve us. It's up to us to create environments that are useful, that are accessible, that do more good than bad. I think that the majority of people are exhausted. And when we are exhausted and fatigued, people tell us, hey, Gabrielle, good to see you this morning. When people are fatigued, they often retreat. It's so much effort to care about others. It's so much effort to join a conversation. It's so much effort to participate. It's so much effort to be kind. It's so much, it is. It is. Being kind takes effort. Being kind takes time. Your willingness to care about other people is required to participate in the growth of something positive. And I want to build something positive. I believe that there are people doing a very good job telling you not only the news, but what's going on in the world. There is people doing a very good job of that. We will do that. But we will do that to be useful. We will not just state what's going on without trying to connect you with a solution. That's why these experts are necessary. That's why teaming up with and connecting with experts, you telling me who the experts are in your industry, you telling me who we should be talking to, that's why it's important. Because the majority of experts are in the lab. The majority of experts are doing the work. The majority of experts are out there doing what needs to be done in the industry of choice, as opposed to TikToking, Instagramming, YouTubing. And what happens is that just because you have a lot of followers doesn't mean you have proper influence. And so what we want to do is elevate experts. We want to introduce you to people who know what they are talking about so we can form solutions. Because there are people working on the things in which we are vexed about. There are people who are diligently working to fix the things that stress us, to fix the things that are broken. But often those people don't have platforms. Often those people aren't the people that we tap into. I'm loving your positive presence today. Thank you so much, friends. This is an opportunity for you to connect, not only to me and This Is It Network, but to everybody who's in the comments, to individuals who are doing particular things. It's not about even telling me where you're from and what you're doing. It's about telling others that are watching where you're from and what you're doing. It's about not keeping your ambition a secret. It's about when somebody gives you permission to share who you are, what you want, and why you deserve it, you take the opportunity to do just that. Because there's a lot of people that aren't concerned about who we are, what we want, and why we deserve it. And some of us are doing the right things, but oh my goodness, we're doing them in the wrong rooms. We're sharing our story with the wrong people. We're begging for attention from people who will never pay attention to what we offer. And so This Is It Network, we are creating it as this beautiful, safe space, as this brave space where you can come as you are and be who you want and be able to have that conversation across the board. That you can look amongst the people in the comments and the people that are part of our network and be like, ooh, this is exactly where I want to be. This is the type of person that I want to be able to spend time with. This is the type of relationships that I want to have. This is the type of positivity in which I need in this moment where everything feels dark. When the majority of things feel, just gray. Where is that source of light? And there needs to be a platform that provides you with a sense of light, an idea and a direction. And we want to be able to do that. We want to be able to say, okay, what do you need? Let's go find it. Consider ourselves the treasure hunters of the content creators in which you need. If you're saying, oh my gosh, Sheldon, yes, I loved making feta pasta that one summer or that one scenario and banana bread during pandemic, but who's the next one, right? Or maybe you can connect with Tiny, or maybe Teeny, right? Tiny? Is it Teeny or Tiny? Tiny, I know it's Tiny. She's so cute. I love her. I would love to interview her. She's amazing. But, maybe there's some people or who's the next one, right? And what are those people that you're following, that you're obsessed with, that make you laugh, belly laugh, or they're providing really quality advice on the platforms in which you love? Who are those people? And how can we elevate them here? How can we elevate the people who have accounts? So you're like, how do you only have 200 followers? You are so funny. Let me know in the comments below who those people are. How, my goodness, this doctor, this dentist, this contractor, this landscaper, this hairdresser, this esthetician. Sheldon, you need to know who these people are. I'm giving you all an assignment. Find me those worthy of attention. Find me those individuals who are worthy of attention. Find me those people. Thank you so much, Onyx and Chloe. Thank you so much. Find me those people who are worthy of attention. It's an assignment that I'm giving to all of you because that's what's needed in this moment. Too many of us are keeping the content creators that we love to ourselves. Too many of us are good content creators, quality experts, and no one knows what it is that we are doing. How many of you feel like that? You are talking to yourself, right? You're like, I just need a like. I just need a follow. Some of you are like, I'm not going to put out quality content until I have more followers. That's just silly. Because the 5 people that follow you now are waiting for you to provide quality content. They're waiting for you to be able to share what it is that you have. What are the female founders that are out there that are creating everything from chips to dips, handbags to clothing lines, lotions and potions? Who should we be elevating in this time? We are often mad that brands aren't being elevated. The good brands, the kind brands aren't being elevated. The good people that are doing good things they don't have a platform. I'm telling you that this literally is it. Hello, love. This is the platform. This is the platform for you to be able to share me with who it is. So this is what I'm asking you to do. As you are perusing, you are all now treasure hunters. As you are scrolling through, doom scrolling, no judgment, at 2 o'clock in the morning, you can screenshot it and send it. Sheldon, oh my gosh, this young lady just created this jewelry box. This young lady has this cookie company. This young lady has this scenario. This young lady has this. And then we elevate them together. You don't got to keep it to yourself. Now you have a place to put it. You have a friend that has been making jewelry in her basement for the past 10 years and only selling one necklace at a time. You need to tell me who she is. You have somebody who's been mixing up lotion and shea butter for the past 6 years, selling it at craft fairs. You need to tell me who she is. You have somebody who's an excellent chef, and for years you were like, you have to have a food truck or a restaurant. Get it together. You need to tell me who she is. You have an amazing friend. Orinthia, how are you, girl? I miss your face. I miss you, miss you, miss you. I'm back at it, and it's good to see you. You have an amazing friend that started a nonprofit because something near and dear to her heart. I need you to tell me who she is. I need you to connect us with people who are doing remarkable things so we can give them a platform for more people to see and hear them, because truly that's all it is. All it is for more people to see and hear you today than yesterday. That's it. I teach personal branding, and a lot of people are like, okay, what is the secret? What is the secret? And believe me, I teach it. I wrote a book about it. Boop, boop, this is my book. Scream Your Dream, 66 Lessons to Build Your Personal Brand. It's available on Amazon if you want it. But I wrote this book. I wrote this book because I believe that the majority of women have exactly what they need. Have exactly what they need in this moment, but don't have the words in order to share it. And so This Is It Network is this. We have been doing our best to do our best. We have been doing our best to be able to figure out the best ways to go about this. Launching even this morning show has been a little bit of a challenge. We've been planning and working on a series of different women's health events, been a bit of a challenge. I have a laundry list of people that I need to get back to, people that I need to talk to, people that I need to get part of this network, and I'm building every single day. And so what it is that I want for us to do in the air of what it is that we're building is I want for all of you to tap in, get in touch, and let me know the things in which you would like to talk about. And if there's people that I've been in touch with, Gabrielle, I see you, those individuals, I see you, hello, love. I want for you to reach out to us in this way, because I believe that the majority of people who are doing good things are having a hard time building good platforms. The majority of people who are really looking to benefit us, we don't get the benefit of them on these platforms. They're doing so well, they're working so hard that they're not creating their content calendars, right? They're not showing up consistency in this space because they are consistently in the lab. And I need them to stay there. To be quite honest, we need good people doing good work. But is there a place where they can be highlighted? Is there a place that we can share who they are, what they want, and why they deserve it? And it is going to take time for us to build out this network, to build out what we've got going on, to be able to connect with all of you in such an intimate way. And I need your help. So I need to hear from you who we should be talking to, who we should be connecting. Are there people in your world that deserve their own show? Are you one of the individuals who deserve your own show? Would you like to join us on stage at the This Is It Network live conference that will be happening on September 19th here in Southern New Jersey? Would you like to be able to share about your business and product or service? Would you like to sample your product or service, whether it be here on Sheldon Live or throughout our community? Would you like for our team to create content to be able to support your brand, your mission, your nonprofit, your organization, your business, your product, your service? Good morning. How are you, gorgeous? I want us to begin to think about the various ways that we can begin to work together, because no one, as a lot of people said, are coming to save us. We have to save ourselves. Creating an ecosystem where we work together, where we work in conjunction with each other, where we connect with each other in a way that's lasting. Let's help lots and lots and lots of children, absolutely. But we have the power to do it. We have the power to connect, share, and promote good things. And I know that that sounds really simplistic because it is. Are we being useful? When we use our voice, are we doing so in a useful way? Are we creating opportunities for people to really begin to share what it is that they are good at? Are we bringing useful things to market, to the community? Are we helping people? Are we just making statements? Are we debating? Are we having useful conversations? I challenge us to have useful conversations, because real decisions need to be made in this moment. Real opportunities need to be present. And too many of you look like you don't need help when you do. Too many of you look like you are in a good space when you're struggling. Too many of you, right? Making me want to save the world. Let's go. Somebody needs to want to save the world. Too many of you, literally the comment was, you're kind of making me want to go save the world. This is what I'm saying. Lesser people have saved communities. And the pressure doesn't have to be about saving the whole entire world. Let's just save our community. And let's make that contagious. Right? Let's make that contagious. Let's make our joy aspirational, where people are like, I need more of that. I want more of that. I want to be more in that room. Let's be honest about what we need help with. Let's be honest with getting people to be able to support what we've got going on. This is a heavy lift. I have built a digital network. So for those of you that are new, that are popping on, let me reintroduce myself. My name is Sheldon Barlett-Rumer. I'm the CEO and executive producer of This Is It Network. We are a digital streaming platform that connects remarkable women to inspiring stories. We do so each and every day through our growing community, our engaging content, and the real connections in which we provide. We do our best to be able to provide you useful content, accessible content, unapologetically inclusive and diverse content. As we celebrate Juneteenth today, as we celebrate freedom, as we celebrate the ability to connect with all of us. There are a lot of people in this world that want us to celebrate less. They want to remove celebrations from calendars. They want us to focus on only a certain amount of people in a certain amount. I got no time for it. I got no time for it. No one's going to tell me to celebrate less. No one's going to encourage me to know less people. No one's going to encourage me to have less joy. Anybody who is joyful, that is encouraging you to be joyless, you should be concerned. Anyone who has abundant and is highly educated should never encourage you to have less of an education. Anyone, my darling friends, right, that is living a comfortable life should never encourage you to be uncomfortable. People should not encourage you to dislike strangers. It's bizarre. We should be celebrating more. And This Is It Network is your place to do that. I don't care if it's chocolate chip cookie day. I want you to celebrate, because that's what we're missing. We're missing the idea that we can find joy. The majority of people who watch This Is It Network, myself included, we dance in the rain. We are so good at it. Every two-step, every sidestep. We have the ability to do that. So when people think we're going to budge, where people think we're going to be broken, no, my friend, we just simply bent. And that's all. And that's really what it is. Good morning, my darling. And too many of us are in a position, in a space where we're being convinced we deserve less when others have plenty. And that's not it. And the only way that we are going to get more is together. That's it. That's the only way. And there's so much of it to get. There's so much we can do. There's so much we can celebrate. And our goal is to be able to introduce you to all of the things that is worth celebrating. All of the people and the experts that are out there doing the good work, that are in the space. The majority of people that we should be listening to, that we should be talking to, do not have a TikTok account, do not spend their days on LinkedIn all day, do not spend their days on Instagram. And through us, through This Is It Network, our hope is to find those people. And let me be really honest, my team is out here treasure hunting. We're out here treasure hunting, trying to find amazing people, trying to find the people who are in the lab, who are building the homes, that are the estheticians, the hairdressers, the mindfulness coaches. We're out here trying to find the fitness experts, the nutritionists, the people who are accredited in their category, to be able to teach you, to share with you, to love you, and to laugh with you. That's what we are doing. Have a good day. And so even if you swing by for a couple minutes, even if you watch us the whole entire time, my job is to be here to be able to provide that inspiration and that sense of motivation. It's for us to sit not only with me, but with guests that we'll be having on the show, covering topics in which we'll be really introducing you to amazing people. But I want to hear from you. This week has really been about figuring out, how do we work together? How do I hear from you regarding what the next step is in all of this? Regarding what are we going to do next? How are we going to help move this forward? How are we going to help work together? How are we going to help provide more opportunities, tell more stories, introduce you to more experts, leaders, and executives that can help make your life better? There needs to be a soft place to land. This Is a Network was created for what we consider the remarkable woman. The remarkable woman takes care of herself, right? But also takes care of her dependents, and those can be children, pets, or plants. Oftentimes, she finds herself in what we call the sandwich generation. I'm lucky enough to have two 80-year-old parents. Woo! And I got to worry about where my mommy is going on her doctor's appointment, in addition to where my kids are also going to practice. This woman is constantly taking care of those individuals in her life. And dare she take care of herself? Dare she put on her lashes, some lipstick, and I comb my weave? Dare I get myself to where it is that I need to be in some overpriced stretch pants? Dare I want to be able to eat healthy and rest, right? Go on anniversary trips or family celebrations, be challenged at work, but building a side hustle. That's this woman. And oftentimes people in her life tell her to put it down. They tell her she's doing too much. You will never hear that here, loves. Never. We don't encourage you to put anything down. We help you carry it all, right? We give you better resources and time to do it, right? We do look good doing it. Dr. O, we do look good doing it, right? We give ourselves that opportunity to understand that we just keep going. And the interesting thing about it is, I don't know how many of you feel this as well, but I'm good until I pause, right? We work better in the motion, right? But pause, a remarkable woman. Ooh, one tear might fall from her face when you ask her the dreaded question, how are you? How you doing? If you allow for her to pause in that moment and break that breath and take her out of autopilot, she may just shed a tear, because she isn't necessarily doing it all right. She isn't necessarily okay, right? She just never stopped enough to notice. And so what This Is It Network wants to be, what This Is It Network is a place for you to stop, that soft place to land, that nice pause for somebody to ask you, how are you doing? And for you to answer honestly, I am not okay. This week sucked. Because some of you are doing life so well, so it seems, that people do not check on you. Because the majority of people do not check on their strong friends. They don't check on the friends that always seem to have it all together. The friends that always raise their hand and say, I got you, I'll do it. As you sit in the car before you roll into the house because you just need a minute. I don't know how many of you are my people who have ever been in those situations. Right? But the soft place to land is that. The soft place to land is This Is It Network. I'm going to go sit and meet with a group of women next Wednesday at 12 p.m. Eastern via Zoom that all understand me, that all have full-time jobs and side hustles, all have entrepreneurial jobs, are work from home, stay-at-home moms, but they have their kids in 12 different activities and seamlessly running the PTA and a carpool. And we don't judge either of them. I don't care if you want to make sourdough bread all day long, as long as you don't care that I want to run a media empire. Because together, we cover every category. Together, we celebrate every sector of womanhood. Together, we create a chain that cannot be broken. So I'm not here to judge you whether or not you work 9 to 5 versus my entrepreneurial spirit versus somebody who runs their home like a CEO. That's how we take over. Because let me be real honest with you, the contractor is not worried about the accountant. And they're not talking about it, oh my gosh, he's so obnoxious because he's doing taxes. That's not happening. But we want to be mad at people making sourdough bread. And you want to be mad at the girl making, the girl that's girl bossing, and everybody wants to fight. That's stupid. We don't have time for this, ladies. We do not have time for this because the contractor is not mad at the accountant. He is not paying attention. It's exhausting, but I'm here for it. I'm here for that, right? He's not mad. These men are out here doing their own thing. They're not sitting as they're eating lunch being like, oh, that contractor is so annoying. He's out here just sweating. That's just so dumb. Like, nobody's doing that. But meanwhile, we can watch girls in their entrepreneurial spirit and be like, she does too much. That is insane. Or you can watch somebody who's taking care of their family and that is what they're doing from their 9 to 5 and be like, oh, she's not fulfilled. Who are we? Everybody calm down, link up. If somebody wants to invite me to their house to eat their sourdough, I got it. And I will equally invite you to my women's conference. That is the movement. That is what we need. That is what we need. And I want for us to begin to be thinking about what is going on and how we can begin to work together. How we can begin to shift what it is that we are currently sitting in. Because what is happening right now ain't working for anybody. So what we need to do is we need to figure out different ways for us to work together. And This Is It Network is raising its hand to say we would love to be part of that conversation. We would love to be where the women meet. In all forms of ambition, in all forms of what that looks like, because it looks different for all of us. Based on resource, time, geographic location, it looks different for each of us. And when we celebrate all of us, right? When we celebrate all of us, things begin to look different. Things begin to feel different. We begin to have more joy in what it is that we're doing. We begin to share each other's ambition in a way that only women can. And what I want for us to begin to do is to look at this as an opportunity, not as competition. And I know it's hard because our retreat muscle is. And especially for somebody like me that often finds me as the only one in the room in a lot of different categories. It begins to feel uncomfortable when there's more than one of us in a room. It begins to feel uncomfortable when the room begins to shift. But now we are creating our own room. Understand, trust, and believe that that's where we are right now. We have the ability to create our own room. I'm asking all of you, what do you want it to look like? What do you want that room to look like? This Is It Network has an opportunity to be able to create an environment that elevates the voices of women. And the only way to do that effectively is to ask you what you want to see. What stories do you want to tell? What room should we be in? What experts do we need to share with you? What topics are worthy of discussion? We are covering everything from women's health to women's sports, women in leadership to women in film, mindfulness to travel, arts and culture to business and tech. We are the Netflix for women, where it was, if Netflix and Masterclass, that educational platform, had a female daughter, that's what This Is It Network would be. It's the ability for you to focus on educational entertainment while we learn and laugh. And for all of us that are in this space, all of us that are thinking about how to be able to make, again, to create environments that work for us, to make ends meet, to take from Peter to pay Paul. Peter is sick of the majority of us, and Paul ain't calling us back. So we have to rely on each other. We have to figure out what kind of economic space we can be in together. What are you selling that I can buy? What are you offering that I can serve? How can we begin to work together as opposed to begging for attention? I mentioned this a little earlier in the live, and I'll say it again. A lot of people will ask me, like, why aren't you, what do you want to do? Do you want to sell it to Netflix? Do you want to, what is the situation? And believe me, Netflix, we can talk. Reese Witherspoon, holler at your girl. Oprah, good to see you. Quinta, let's do this thing. Issa, let's figure it out, right? There's all of these different opportunities, but I believe it's the same energy that we use to be able to beg for attention or to qualify what it is that I've already built. I can use that same energy to continue to build. Oftentimes we spend energy creating PowerPoints, begging for attention, for somebody to tell me I'm not the right time, I'm not the right space, I'm not the right this, I'm not the right that. I'm blessed at 47 years old. And to somebody in the media space, that might be a situation where they're like, ooh, she's not the right demo, she's a little old, or whatever the situation is. But I could spend my life begging for attention, or I could spend my life building a community. That's the choice that I made. If attention comes along the way, if somebody wants to pay attention to what it is that we've got going on, and somebody wants to be able to support our effort, I welcome it every single day. But I won't take my eye off the prize by begging for attention in rooms that may not want me. Because let me be honest, that so many of us are doing the right things, but in the wrong rooms. So many of us are begging for attention from people who will never purchase from us ever, who will never, ever understand our plight or want good for us at all. And so that's an easy way for you to waste a life, right? Singing to people who don't understand the tone, speaking to people who are not fluent in your ambitious language. And so many of us do that. I could spend my whole time this morning, this time that I'm spending with all of you, I could spend it all changing fonts on PowerPoint presentations that no one is ever going to read. Some people say that my business is too far along. Some people say that my business isn't far along enough. Some people say I'm not reaching the right demo. La, 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 la. I could torture myself, or I could just build. I could just connect with all of you. I could just create a product that is worthy of attention. I can just build what it is that I have created and allow for people to follow accordingly. And I believe that oftentimes we get caught up in wanting the accolades from individuals who would never purchase from us in the first place, who would never buy from us, who would never work with us, who would never be interested in what we've got going on. And it becomes a very dangerous space, as opposed to building something and allowing for the attention to follow us accordingly. So I'm asking you, as we begin to think about various ways for us to have these conversations and various ways for us to begin to build a community around what we've got going on, where are you coming in from? what do you want to hear? What type of content would you like to see? What types of people would you like for us to be able to elevate on these platforms? What kind of subjects would you like to learn about? And how can we begin to do that even more often on this platform? How can we really begin to work together to be able to create a digital platform for women? For those of you that are joining, my name is Sheldon Bartlett Rumer. I'm the CEO and executive producer of This Is It Network. This Is It Network is a global digital streaming platform connecting remarkable women to inspiring stories. We do so each and every day through our growing community, our engaging content, and the real connections that we provide. You can join our women's group by logging on to thisisittv.com/membership. You can be able to download all of our platforms. On all of our platforms, we're available on iOS and Android. You can check us out on your smart TV at Apple TV, Fire TV, Amazon, as well as, what did I miss? As well as Roku. We're on just about everything. So it gives you an opportunity for you to connect with us on all of the platforms right in the palm of your hand or on your smart TVs in your home. We are gearing up for our new season. We'll have not only the 2 shows in which I host, but 26 other digital talk shows that we would love to be able to introduce to all of you. We are also looking for additional hosts. So if you have ever wanted to host your own digital talk show, or if there's content creators that you're familiar with, or people that you know, or people that are really interested in experts or thought leaders within the industry that you are in or around or in favor of, let them know to reach out to us directly. This Is It Network would love to have more content creators and digital talk show hosts to be able to be part of our information. Driving, can you drop a link in, please? Okay, we will definitely do that. You can also find all of the links. We're figuring it out right now, but I will make sure I'll get in touch with you for sure. I'm going to screenshot that and get in touch with you right away. All the links can be found within the link in bio. So the link in bio on Instagram, the link in bio on TikTok, and all of the links that can be found in the post for Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. We are going live currently on all of the platforms. That's why it might look a little janky on a couple of them. In the center here, you can find us on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Over here, you can find us on Instagram, and over here, you can find us on TikTok. So we're doing our best to be able to provide as much content and information as we possibly can. I was just gonna ask about the Instagram. Absolutely, we are on Instagram as well. So you can follow us everywhere at This Is It TV. So This Is It TV, again, is your global digital TV network connecting remarkable women to inspiring stories. More information on the network can equally be found at thisisittv.com. We have our blog. We have ways in which you can work with us. More information on our live conference. Our live conference is happening on September 19th here at the Forum Event Center, which is where we broadcast live and where our studio is housed. Thanks to our folks at Innovative Catering Concepts. Innovative Catering Concepts and Philadelphia Eats, again, is a large-scale catering and experiential company that provides not only food, but events and event services. We are within their Forum Event Center space. And so we are broadcasting live from here, Monday through Friday, from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. We are about to wind down as we get ourselves closer to our day. We have a couple really exciting things happening today and wonderful things that we're working on to build out the network, meeting some really great new hosts, as well as handling some great production meetings for some new shows. So we've been super, super busy to be able to get all of that done. So yesterday and the day before, yesterday we had a huge production meeting about the future of what we're doing here at the studio. So fun, so we weren't able to record. And then Tuesday, my daughter graduated from 8th grade. So she will be now in high school in the fall. So there's a lot of different exciting things that are happening. And with that being said, I am you in essence, right? So I am a mother of 2. I am a wife. I am a sister. I am a daughter, all of the things. And so all of the things that I'm managing on a regular basis, I could assume that the remarkable women and people that are watching This Is It Network are equally managing. So it is about a realistic conversation that a lot of us need to have about what it is and what it is that we've got going on. It's about figuring out how to be able to support each other in this way. I know the fact that she's going to high school is crazy, Dr. O. It's absolutely nuts. So she's going to high school. We're working out a number of different things on our end. I'm building this network and platform. I do a ton of traveling. Again, I have two children. I have a 14-year-old and a 7-year-old who'll be 8 in July, which is crazy. So I am you. I am the person who needs to balance, okay, how are we packing for lunch? Who's going to summer camp? When does dance, auditions happen? When is the dance recital? What am I doing for my 80-year-old parents? How am I celebrating my siblings? What are we doing for healthcare and all of these things? All of these things and conversations are conversations that we share. And very seldom is there a place where it lives. And This Is It Network needs to be that place. It's a void that I'm filling because I need it. It's a very selfish thing. I tell people all the time. They're like, what's your demo? I'm like, 30 to 55. How old are you? 47, right? It's a very selfish thing, right? Because I see that there's a conversation that needs to happen. There's a reason and there's a need for mature conversations and blog posts and podcasts among women of a mature age, talking about serious things, talking about what it is that we're currently doing and how we're doing it, talking about what we need to do and how we're going to move forward. For me, it's really about that. It's really about finding better ways for us to function and move forward together as a unit, being able to tap into this ecosystem of remarkable women so we can all get closer to what it is that we want. I know that some of us are going through a hard time. And oftentimes when we're sick and tired, we're sick and tired. And it's very hard to listen to people provide a positive perspective or some sense of motivation because we're so tired that oftentimes we're encouraged to just sit down, but that's what they want. All of this chaos is to exhaust you. It's to exhaust you and convince you that your problems or other people's issue or that you should be mad at strangers for things that are going on in your particular life. What I want for us to do is I want for us to find power in numbers, in collaboration, in community. This Is It Network prides itself on creating community through content. It's a unique way to do it. It's a different way to do it. It's a slower way to do it, but I think it's a more disciplined way to do it. We want to introduce you to experts. We don't want it to be anyone who has a microphone to talk. I appreciate the fact that I'm one of those people, but I've spent over 20 years honing my voice, 20 years lifting up remarkable people, 20 years storytelling, 20 years trying to find resources and outlets, 20 years trying to connect remarkable people to inspiring stories, 20 years building a network of community products and brands that I can be able to share with all of you with confidence. It's not a fly by night. It's not something I Googled, just happenstance. It's 10 toes down as much who I am as what it is that I do. And now I get to share it with all of you. This Is It Network is now available on all platforms. It's available on iOS and Android. You can catch it on Apple TV and Roku. You can catch it on Fire or Amazon. You can download it on your smartphones or your smart TVs, and it connects you to remarkable women across the globe. I know a lot of you don't know what the resources are, right? So when I teach, so I don't know if a lot of you know this, but I'm also an adjunct professor. So I'm an adjunct professor. I teach personal branding at Temple University and social media strategy at Drexel University. So in addition to the entertainment work I do, I am in fact an educator. And so when you talk to me about educational entertainment, that is who I am, not just what I do. I am an entertainer and an educator. And the importance of creating a curriculum and teaching people how to be able to use their voice is my life's work. And so many people know who they are, but just not how to say it. They know that they want to be in really great rooms, but they just don't know how to get there. And that's what this is. There's no gatekeeping here. There's no, oh, I'm going to hold back. Oh, I'm going to give you right. Like there's some organizations and groups, even if they're supporting remarkable women, that require you to make $500,000 to be in the room. What are we doing? I can't. I can't. This is an accessible space. This is a really beautiful space for all of us to be in, for us to be able to share what we've got going on, to be able to connect with each other in a way that is positive and useful. And I challenge all of you to think about the ways in which you are receiving content. What are you missing? What can we be able to enhance and share? What types of conversations can we have? Who would you like for us to be able to interview? Should we interview you? Do you deserve a show? Are there things in which you would like to discuss? Are there places in which you would like to explore? Are there conversations you would like to have? Because this platform is not for individuals who just want to argue with each other. This platform is not for individuals who just want to debate and have a winner. This platform is for people who want to be part of conversations that are useful and solution driven. I want to solve problems. I want to make people's lives better. I want to celebrate more and make people more comfortable. I don't want to take away from someone in order for me to have joy. I don't believe that it's necessary for someone to suffer in order for me to thrive. I know it's not necessary. And anybody who's convincing you that that is the case is lying to you. What I want to do is to prove to everyone that I can thrive and you can thrive, and no one needs to feel the pain. No one needs to suffer. We live in a world, especially in this country, where 11-year-olds have $1,100 cell phones. There is enough for all of us. But we've got to be in charge of the distribution of that wealth. We've got to be in charge of what that looks like. We have to be part of that conversation. We don't need to be going and begging because we have the resources already. And this goes out to my female founders and my female folks or my business folks in fashion, beauty, entertainment, luxury, all of this. We already have the resources. We hold the money. How do we determine how we're going to spend it? Are there organized and disciplined ways in which we spend it? Are there people and experts that we can rely on in order to give us guidance on how we spend it? Guidance on how we get together, guidance, financial literacy, media literacy. Is there ways that we can begin to support what we've got going on in a way that is useful, productive, and disciplined? That's what This Is It Network is. I respect the time that I have with this microphone. I respect the words that come out of my mouth. I know the ramifications of my actions, and I'm disciplined and old enough to know that there are consequences when I do not show up properly. Not only consequences for me, but for my community, for my family, for my children. So every time I sit in front of all of you, I do that with the most respect for those in my life. That's what we need every single time we hear somebody on the other end of these phones. Every single time we need somebody on the other end. Every single time we need people who respect their voice and who want to be useful and who want to be helpful, that can help us learn while we laugh, who can help us celebrate victories and truly come up with strategy how to avoid failures. We won't get it right all the time. My God, I won't get it right all the time. I barely know, Taquan, I barely know what I'm doing. We're making it up as we go, to be quite honest with you, right? Because there's no blueprint for this. I can study Oprah, I can, and I have. I can sit and Google and webinar and all of the things, but the only way that I can really be able to bring this to life in a way that makes sense is just by doing, which means it's going to be scrappy. It's going to be a little messy. Sometimes the lighting will make sense. Sometimes this tripod's going to be crooked. Sometimes we're going to be able to get ourselves to where we need to be. It's fine. Sometimes we're going to get ourselves to where we need to be, and sometimes we are going to be late. But if I show up with honesty and integrity, if I show up with the only goal is to be better, is to be useful, is to be kind, if that is the only goal that I have, then I'm moving in the right direction. And if that is what I'm asking for all of you, that's it. Is what you are participating in useful? Is it kind? Is it moving things in the right direction? Is it seeking solution? and not antagonizing a situation. There are tons of people who are out here. There are tons of people who are accredited and scholars and masters of their industry. And I want to share all of them with you. I want to share all of them with you. So if you are one of those people, if you are one of those people that are mastered in finance or in media or entertainment or food or health or fashion or travel, if you are a female founder that's created a lotion, a potion, a handbag, right? You're baking chocolate chip cookies or making necklaces in your basement. If you have a story to tell, a product to promote, or an interest in getting involved in a thriving new network that connects remarkable women to inspiring stories, I want you to reach out to us. I don't want you to hesitate. I don't want you to pretend. I don't want you to be like, I don't know if it's worthy. If you are asking the question, most likely it is. Because I know what it's like. Because women in particular are over preparers. Women have checked the font 7 times before they launch the website, right? The formula has been tested and proven and tested and proven, and you're still like, not ready. I'm not sure. This is your invitation to tell your story. This is your invitation to connect with remarkable women that want to be able to see you thrive. This is your invitation to be part of This Is It Network. This Is It Network is your global digital streaming platform that connects remarkable women to inspiring stories. We do that each and every day through our growing community, our engaging content, and the real connections in which we provide. We broadcast live Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. from the Forum Event Center in Blackwood, New Jersey. Yes, we are based in Southern New Jersey, in the state of New Jersey, on the East Coast of the United States of America. And we want you to join us, regardless of your geographic limitations, regardless of where you are located in the world. We want you to join us, whether it's joining us on Sheldon Live, which is the show that you're watching right now, and joining us here in the studio Monday through Friday, or it's calling in and being part of This Is It with Sheldon, which is another program that we have, or when we visit your city near you. We'll be in LA and Denver and San Francisco. We have a number of different trips on the docket for us to become able to come and see all of the remarkable women across the world. I want you to be involved. If you have a story to tell, if you have a product or service you want to be able to share, if you have a friend or somebody that you follow that needs a platform, oftentimes the most successful, even the most people that have the most knowledge about a specific topic or industry, don't have the biggest platform. So what we want to do is we want to provide that platform for people who deserve it. So please let us know. I'm challenging all of you as treasure hunters to go find me these remarkable people, to find me people who celebrate the everyday thing, that have a niche in their industry, that want more people to know about them today than yesterday, that unapologetically want things to be inclusive and diverse, who celebrate and are not scared of things that are different, but want to learn from things that are not necessarily within our own wheelhouse. I want to bring back curiosity. I want to bring back the ability for you to sit down and be like, oh, I didn't know that. I want that to be common. I want for you to comfortably say, I don't know. And for that to be a common statement. I want us to embrace what we do not know. I want you to be able to say it out loud. I don't know anything about that, but I'm willing to learn. I'd love to learn more about that. Teach me more about that. And I'll teach you about this. Fill in the blank. That's what's going to get us to where we need to be. That's what's going to help us move forward. So if there is any of this resonates with you, if any of this makes you think a little bit differently, if any of this sounds good to you, please share this with someone that you know. Please share This Is It Network. Don't forget to follow, fan, and like us everywhere you find at This Is It TV. Log on to thisisit.tv.com for more information on this platform and everything that we've got going on. Go research at thisisit.tv.com/live, our women's conference that will be held on September 19th here in our studio in Southern New Jersey. If you'd like to be a guest on our show, don't forget that can find us on all of our social media platforms. You can head over to Instagram. You can head over to any of our platforms and be able to log in and follow us everywhere you find at This Is It TV. This Is It Network is a global digital TV network connecting remarkable women to inspiring stories. We do so each and every day. Good to see you. We do so. I see you on Instagram. I see you. We do so each and every day through our growing community, our engaging content, and the real connections in which we provide. We do our best to be able to make sure that more people know about remarkable women today than yesterday. It is one thing for you to understand the power of your voice. It's another thing for you to use it. We want you to use your voice. We want you to ensure that we are getting ourselves into, hello, Priscilla, nice to see you. We want to be able to get you really close to what it is you want to be and get you closer to individuals and like-minded folks that can help you get there. Regardless of wherever you are in the world, we want to celebrate you for who it is that you are in this moment. We want you to get comfortable asking questions, comfortable knowing more, comfortable not knowing anything, comfortable being inquisitive and curious. We want to introduce you to experts, leaders, and entrepreneurs that can provide you with useful information, accessible information that can make your personal and professional life better. We're going to be broadcasting live Monday through Friday here at the Forum Event Center, here in Blackwood, New Jersey, thanks to our friends at Innovative Catering Concepts. Them and our Philly Eats team is making sure that every service that you need, from catering to hospitality to experiential, is taken care of for you. We are definitely connecting you to the right people in order for you to have any celebration in which you need. We celebrate here at This Is It Network, and we want to make sure that as many of you as possible can celebrate amongst us as well. As we wrap up, Taquan's going to help me shut these down. As we wrap up, we're going to make sure that you have all of our information. So don't forget to log on to thisisittv.com for more information. You want to follow us everywhere you find at This Is It TV. If you're interested in heading to our This Is It TV or This Is It Network Live Women's Conference, you can do so by logging on to thisisittv.com/live. We are hosting a women's conference on September 19th here in Southern New Jersey. We'd love to have you join us. If you are interested in telling your story, if you're interested in hosting a show here on the This Is It Network, definitely let us know, whether it's commenting or getting in touch with us. Please, please, please let us know. We'd love to be able to hear from you. Again, I'm Sheldon Barlett-Rumer, and This Is It. Don't forget to log on to thisisittv.com for more information. Every day, I will encourage all of you to no longer whisper your wishes, but to, in fact, scream your dream. Until next time, my darling friends, I will see you soon. Take care. Over here, we'll end that one. And then we're going to end that one. I'll see you guys later.